Folks, I can tell you one thing for sure, and that is I'm done with the birds, especially when they come here and dig up the garden. I love birds, don't get me wrong. I love them everywhere. I love the sound of them. I love seeing them flying around and doing what they do best, but I don't like them digging my garden up. And the biggest problem I have is now that I'm hardly home with all the travelling we're doing, and my garden's getting turned over. So for me, the respite that I have here is knowing that I've got netting that I can put over the top. And it's not about a particular netting, it's just doing some sort of protection. It can be, you can use all sorts of materials that's easy enough to apply. For me, it's the insect netting, and this one here is a formed one. And look, do your research, find what type of netting there are out there. There's insect netting and wildlife friendly for those in Victoria, or otherwise the standard bird netting is also fine in all the other states. But you don't have to get a formed one. You can get a nice flat one, just a big sheet, and just cut it and just drape it over the top while they're small. So a contraption like this to build, you can quite easily. I've used old second-hand handles, timber handles from some of the garden tools, and just screwed them together. Box that up like that, or you can get the builder frame if you like and want to spend a couple of bucks. It's quite a more robust form. They just interlock with using garden stakes. And these are screwed onto the raised garden bed, but you can drive them into the garden bed as well. I did have someone say to me, why don't you just shove it into the soil on these sides here like that and then just frame it up? Well, the problem is that the netting that I'm using is 1.2 wide. If I stuck them in there, they'd open up at the top like that, and it's awkward and it doesn't stabilize. It looks really bad and it flops around the base. So that opening here is a lot smaller than 1.2, whereas the outside of the frame is what I'm using here. All types of netting are available at all leading garden centres, not just on our website. Yeah, we do run specials, as does everybody else. Get yourself some netting if you're having the same problems, especially when they're scratching around in the mulch and they're spreading it all over your seedlings. It just really causes your plants to go backwards. They'll eventually settle down, providing you keep on top of it, but it does cause a lot of damage. They'll eventually grow, but they may not grow to their full potential and the quality of the vegetable that you want it to be. So look after them and let them enjoy it. You need to help me now, please. Too easy. But just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, with and without netting, let me just finish putting this down. How good is this? Easily accessible. Just lift it up and go down. So come and have a look at this. Come here. Don't be scared. This is without netting. Look what's happened to these seedlings. See that there? See, getting squashed. All these have been damaged. That's broken. That one's about to break. We've got a new growth coming on there. This is without the netting over the top. More mulch inside the centre of the seedlings. Look at that. It's squashed, covered over. Mulch is inside. Makes it difficult. It starts to decompose within the foliage, and then you start getting, fungus growing. Mould. Because the mulch is decomposing when it's sitting in between the leaves, and as the plant grows, the moisture sits in there and it causes it to decompose, and then you have problems with your vegetables. They don't grow to the full capacity. So that's without, and this is with the netting. Look at the difference. Clean. We've got carrots growing here. They're doing well. Everything's growing superbly. No disturbance. So if you want to look after your garden and not have to have a high maintenance schedule, a little bit of netting. Check out our website, vasilisgarden.com, and if you're watching this as we've just uploaded, switch over to 693 AM dial, 3AW radio, Weekend Gardening with me and Darren. Give us a call if you've got a problem or some great ideas to share with us. From me, Vasili, Maresi.